Okay, welcome back. Right, today's shorts will be on something that has been a recurring question in my life for the past 2 years. Right, people know me long enough, know that I have been riding a Brompton for over 10 years. So in the past 2 years, with the increased craze over Bromptons, I've been getting questions from people who are, I wouldn't say they're jumping on the bandwagon, but then who are now maybe discovering the beauty of a trifold foldable bike, a well-made steel trifold foldable bike, something that you can roll along. You don't need to carry with you when you fold it. If you meet inclement weather, and in Singapore where we are, you do tend to meet inclement weather all the time. Midway through your ride, fold it up, get into public transport. Okay, take the train or take the bus. Then you of course can get a Grab or get a taxi if you need to, right? So the beauty of having a trifold bike is that it falls into this very small compact package. Now notice I have been calling it a trifold bike because now in Singapore you have a couple of brands, quite a good spread of brands besides Brompton that manufacture the basic Brompton trifold bicycle. Now, why is this so? This is because the patent rights that Brompton has on the trifold design has expired. Okay, and that is a good thing in terms of humanity moving forward. Having patents that expire means that once it expires, you don't have to pay them money, or you don't get a permission from them to manufacture that design. Okay, and the design is a marvelous design. Now, the problem with that is you open your floodgates to people manufacturing fakes. Okay. Yeah, there's no nice way around it. What you see out there that is a trifold bike that mimics the Brompton design to a large extent is a fake. Okay, it is not an OEM. OEM means a manufacturing process where a few other manufacturers produce this item for the company itself to be branded and sold as the company's products. Okay, or most of the time, if you say I buy this as an OEM product, means it's an unbranded version of the same thing. Now, the ones that you see, the trifold bikes you see out there, whether it's from the Ace or Fix, I don't know why where they come up with these names, or Pikes or 360 or Light Pro, or even the one that they try to overcharge you called Camp Royale, or yeah, I don't know. Well, those are all fakes. Okay, there's no nice way to package this. They are all fakes. They're not Bromptons, right? And they're not OEM Bromptons. So if someone tries to sell you one of those and tell you that, oh, it's actually an OEM Brompton, is exactly the same, it's made from the same factory, that's bullshit. Okay, Brompton do not allow licensing of their own stuff. Okay, the beauty of buying a Brompton is when you get your Brompton, you know that it's made in London, right? It's made in London. Okay, you're paying a premium for some of these things, right? You're buying a bicycle that's assembled, that's braced together in London. Okay, I'll talk about brazing in another video, but basically that's it. Now, is there anything wrong with buying one of those fakes? No, there's nothing wrong with buying and riding one of them, because I've tried a few of them and they ride exactly the same as a Brompton. Okay, there's one that even has a slightly longer wheelbase. Now, why is wheelbase important? Today I just had a friend who ride my Brompton, and the reaction she had was, wow, your bike is super twitchy, you know. Yeah, and she's an experienced rider, okay, road bike on the roads, and yet she feels that the bike is twitchy, and I do not disagree with her. Brompton is a very twitchy bike because the wheelbase is narrow. So what one of these other fakes have tried to do is they try to lengthen the wheelbase a little bit, and because of that, right, when they lengthen the wheelbase, it becomes a little bit more stable. But is it noticeable? No. Okay, you have to understand this, that we are all, unless you're like some Tour de France athlete, cyclists, you're not going to be able to differentiate much. Your little backside is not going to be able to differentiate much between the ride comfort of Pikes, a 360, one of those funny fakes, or a Brompton. You are not going to be able to discern it. Okay, the only reason why I can feel that there is a slight difference is because I've been riding a Brompton very consistently for 10 years. Okay, otherwise I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to notice any difference at all as well. So, having said that, where are we now? We are at the point where we need to discuss whether it's okay to buy a fake, right? A fake Rolex is a fake Rolex. A fake Rolex is, even if you tell me it's a one-to-one clone with the exact same materials, it's not a Rolex, okay? And the sheer fact that you're buying a fake Rolex has certain implications on you, right? So it goes the same way with any other fake products, right? You carry a fake Gucci bag, you carry I don't know, a fake NTUC plastic bag, if that even exists. It's the same thing, right? You are actually harboring a want for the real product, okay? But maybe at this moment in time you don't see the value in paying so much for the real thing, so you buy a fake to have an experience of what it's like. I wouldn't say it's right or wrong, right? Although I personally will not do that. But there is actually benefit in buying one of those fake trifolds. Okay. If you really don't like to hear the word fake, I think you should not watch this video, because I'm going to refer to them as what they are. They are fakes. Okay. If you're really not sure whether you will ride the bicycle enough, don't buy a Brompton. Okay. Don't buy a Brompton, because the shortfall is because that we are experiencing, Brompton riders are experiencing now, is because a lot of people are buying Bromptons for the sake of buying a Brompton. Okay, it is a beautiful thing, it's well engineered, yada yada yada, but if you cannot work a schedule around using it, it's going to be a white elephant in your house, okay, or in wherever you're going to store it, under your table, and it's at work, whatever. So why would you spend $3,000-4,000 buying a bicycle that you're not going to ride? Right? So if you are really just thinking of, I want to do cycling, it's like this in thing with this COVID situation. It's an excuse for me to be outdoors without a mask, right? I'm riding a snail's crawl, but I don't need to wear a mask, so it's a thing. Buy one of those fakes, right? Make sure that you can ride the fake for once a month, okay? Once a month at least for the next year. If you can do that, you've worked in 12 rides, sell it, okay? Buy a Brompton. Right? If at the end of 12 months you feel that, hey, actually this is fine, right? I'm so happy with my little fake trifold bike. Keep it, ride it, fully utilize it. Because these fakes can go down as low as about 800 Sing dollars. I've seen a couple of brand new ones going at about that price. If you hunt hard enough, you will find one. If you're willing to take a second-hand one, I'm pretty sure you can go below $800. A Brompton, a second-hand Brompton now is still going to be costing you in excess of $2,000. So why waste the money on something that you're not sure you're gonna be riding? Of course, if money is not an issue, like if you drive a Bentley, I don't know why you're watching this video, but if money is really not an issue, then buy what you want, right? Buy what you want. But otherwise, for those of you who are still wondering, should I buy a Brompton, okay? Or why pay so much for a Brompton when a 360 or when a Pikes does the exact same thing the Brompton does? I totally agree with you, it is vanity. Right, Brompton riders are vain. That's it. I'm a 10-year Brompton rider. I'm a newbie to this. If you talk about Brompton riders specifically, I'm really just a newbie. But think about it. Do you really need to buy a $3,000 bike for one ride a month on average? I'll see you again